when do we pay? Do we pay when you guys take the cargo? Do we pay when you check the cargo in your warehouse, see that it fits what we told you? How does it work from
That's
this
a very
point?
good question. That's a very, very good question, because I see sellers online always asking these questions, right? The freight forwarder is asking me for payment in advance. Is it common? Should I pay after the delivery? Should I pay before the delivery? And the answer to that is very individual. It depends who you are. For example, let's say you are an established seller. You have 300 shipments a month. You have 10 shipments a month. You already work with a freight forwarder. Most of the freight forwarders that you will talk to, they will offer you payment terms, right? They will offer you, right, you can have net 30, right? You can pay 30 days after the invoice is issued. You can pay after delivery. They will offer you terms. It also depends on what is your company, or where is it located, or how it is structured, right? If you have a US company, an LLC, or a European company, or an Israeli company, it's very easy to check the history of that company, right? With external resources to run a credit score check. And that's our finance team does. If you have a healthy score, if we see that you don't have any problems, we are very happy to offer credit terms, right? For us, it's another selling point, right? Not only the price, but we'll give you comfortable payment terms. Now, if this is a guy who came randomly from the web, right, through our website, he put his cargo details, he wants a quote, he wants to proceed with a quote, we don't know him, it's his first time, it's his first transaction, we will probably ask for a payment in advance. And not, when I say payment in advance, is I will first pick up the cargo. We'll contact our China office, will contact his supplier, we will pick up the cargo, we will measure it to make sure that what we've actually received matches the RFQ or the details you submitted to us. Once it matches, we will issue an invoice for payment, and then the shipment moves on, right? Sometimes someone would ask for a 5 CBM shipment quote. We would pick it up and we found out, no, it's not 5 CBM, it's 8 CBM, right? It's almost double. Why? Because he mixed up his I don't know, carton dimensions. The supplier didn't give the seller the right details. So there are a lot of, it's not mixed up, but there are a lot of differences between what you actually think you have and what you actually have. And we can only find out about it only after we pick up the cargo to our warehouse and look at it and measure it, right? So in order not to give you two different invoices, right? Invoice from the get-go, from once you approve a quote, and then another invoice because it's not what we thought it is. We're gonna pick up the car. We're gonna start the shipment before asking you for anything. But once we get the shipment, we will ask for payment. But again, the main thing to understand is it depends who you are. And you can be a first-timer. You can be a first-time shipper and still get payment terms. Do you know how? By not creating a transactional relationship. And it's all about relationship, right? Go to your freight forwarder, not only to us, to any freight forwarder. Go to your freight forwarder, talk to them, go on a Zoom call with them, explain about your business, explain about who you are. Try to develop a relationship. You're talking to people. Once a freight forwarder will understand this person on the other side is here to build a relationship, to build a business, they will be happy. Again, most of the time, they will be happy to give you payment terms, right? Okay, I've listened to the guy. He seems reasonable. He knows what he's doing. That's his first shipment. Let him pay after the delivery. For us, it's not a big risk. Again, it takes some expertise and experience to understand how to manage the finance on people from the internet, people who came to you online. The majority of our clients come to us through online channels. We don't hire salespeople who go knock on people's door, and sign them on contracts and all of that. And it took some time in here to really develop these internal procedures on how to not lose money. And I'll tell you a secret, every single freight forwarder, every single year they have a sum of money that they lose because people don't pay. These guys, Amazon didn't pay them, Amazon closed their account, they disappeared. So every year you have an amount of money that you know it's lost. Your market is lost. The amount depends on the size of your company and how many shipments you move. But as you can understand, the bigger you are as a company, the bigger the amount of lost money or deleted debt is out there. So Yeah, it really depends on the size and your experience working with online sellers.
Cool, man. As you mentioned, it depends on who you are, what you bring to the table, what's your experience, maybe what's your name in the industry if you come with a name, and all these
Exactly.
things. Based on that, different payment terms can be negotiated. And yeah, man, mostly if it's first timers, that's what we expect. Like when I started paying for shipments first, I think I paid, yeah, in the beginning, like just fully, I think. Yeah, it seemed reasonable to me as a buyer, like as a customer as well. Like they don't know me. Can I ask, does it even make sense that you can be, we call it chutzpah in Israel, it's like, you can still be like, I don't know what's the word in English, cocky maybe, like, hey guys, I'm new, but I'm going to crush it. So it depends. Yeah. So maybe that person will
Depends on
actually
the
get
attitude you bring to the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
So,
even if you as a seller is being asked to pay in advance, that's fine. But once you go through 1, 2, 3, 4 shipments with the same provider, it's very, very common to have that conversation on, hey, my business is growing. You see that I'm working with you. I'm happy working with you. You are my provider. I need payment terms, and that's very, very common. It's okay to do. You need to do it as a business owner. You need to do it. You need to ask for payment terms because you should be able to get payment terms, right? Paying in advance is not common in the shipping world. Again, in the traditional shipping world. Again, remember the traditional freight forwarder, the main business is used to work with bigger accounts, bigger companies, traditional companies, import, export, they don't pay in advance, right? So once you start building that relationship, once they get to know you and you get to know your partner, you have some kind of a relationship, you start working more and more together, you need, as a business owner, to go to the table, go online on a meeting or face-to-face and ask for payment terms, and you'll get payment terms.
Nice, man.